Nothing in life is so exhilarating as to be shot at without result. This is not the end, this is not even the beginning of the end, this is just perhaps the end of the beginning. Show me a young conservative and it'll show you someone with no heart. Show me an old liberal and it'll show you someone with no brains. This is not the end, this is not even the beginning of the end, this is just perhaps the end of the beginning. It is the people who control the government, not the government the people. Tact is the ability to tell someone to go to hell in such a way that they look forward to the trip. An optimist sees an opportunity in every calamity. A pessimist sees a calamity in every opportunity. Solitary trees, if they grow at all, grow strong. Democracy is the worst form of government except all others. Christmas is a season not only of rejoicing but of reflection. I am ready to meet my Maker. Whether my Maker is prepared for the ordeal of meeting me is another matter. This is no time for ease and comfort. It is the time to dare and endure. Socialism is a philosophy of failure, the creed of ignorance, and the gospel of envy. Its inherent virtue is the equal sharing of misery. Russia is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. There is only one thing worse than fighting with allies, and that is fighting without them. The best argument against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with the average voter. Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. History is written by the victors. This is the lesson: never give in, never, 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 in nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor or good taste. I am always ready to learn, although I do not always like being taught. Great and good are seldom the same man. To improve is to change, to be perfect is to change often. The power of an air force is terrific when there is nothing to oppose it. Success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. If Hitler invaded hell, I would make at least a favorable reference to the devil in the House of Commons. We have always found the Irish a bit odd. They refuse to be English. The greatest lesson in life is to know that even fools are right sometimes. Battles are won by slaughter and maneuver. The greater the general, the more he contributes in maneuver, the less he demands in slaughter. If you have 10,000 regulations, you destroy all respect for the law. Politics is not a game. It is an earnest business. There is not much collective security in a flock of sheep on the way to the butcher. I am easily satisfied with the very best. I never worry about action, but only about inaction. My most brilliant achievement was my ability to be able to persuade my wife to marry me. The element of the unexpected and the unforeseeable is what gives some of its relish to life and saves us from falling into the mechanical thraldom of the logicians. The empires of the future are the empires of the mind. In wartime, truth is so precious that she should always be attended by a bodyguard of lies. It is always wise to look ahead, but difficult to look further than you can see. Censure is often useful, praise often deceitful. It is better to do the wrong thing than to do nothing. History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. A man is about as big as the things that make him angry. If you have an important point to make, don't try to be subtle or clever. Use a pile driver. Hit the point once. Then come back and hit it again. Then hit it a third time, a tremendous whack. I am prepared to meet my Maker. Whether my Maker is prepared for the great ordeal of meeting me is another matter. We occasionally stumble over the truth, but most of us pick ourselves up and hurry off as if nothing had happened. Politics is almost as exciting as war, and quite as dangerous. In war you can only be killed once, but in politics many times. The farther backward you can look, the farther forward you can see. My most brilliant achievement was my ability to be able to persuade my wife to marry me. If you're going through hell, keep going. Success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. It is more agreeable to have the power to give than to receive. There is nothing wrong with change, if it is in the right direction. We are all worms, but I do believe that I am a glowworm. If we open a quarrel between past and present, we shall find that we have lost the future. There are no people in the world who are so slow to develop hostile feelings against a foreign country as the Americans, and no people who, once estranged, are more difficult to win back. When I look back on all these worries, I remember the story of the old man who said on his deathbed that he had had a lot of trouble in his life, most of which had never happened. It is no use saying, "We are doing our best." You have got to succeed in doing what is necessary. In those days he was wiser than he is now. He used frequently to take my advice. You ask what is our aim, I can answer in one word. It is victory, victory, at all costs victory, in spite of all terror victory, however long and hard the road may be, for without victory there is no survival. During their lifetimes, every man and woman will stumble across a great opportunity. Sadly, most of them will simply pick themselves up, dust themselves down, and carry on as if nothing ever happened. Good and great are seldom in the same man. Never, never, never give up. Never, never, never give in.